Welcome to the July 2020 coaching calls. I'm Rob Booker. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. This presentation is intended to be informational and educational. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. If you need personal financial advice, please consult your financial advisor. Okay, going to start things off here. If you go to the big document of links, robbiebooker.com/big links, you'll see the slides and the webinar link for this month. And the slides are at robbiebooker.com/slides July. So right off the bat, I not only shared the slides, but I also shared them in a way that you can actually see them. There's no restrictions. I don't have any sharing restrictions on them. So I did that correctly the first time. I don't expect to be congratulated. I don't expect anything. You should expect that I do it correctly the first time, which I usually do not. So there you have it. I'm going to call this the week of July 2020, July 1, 2020. Thank you for your suggestions on volunteering work. I found some cool stuff, but now I got to wait until I'm feeling completely better. And I don't know what it is. I don't think I have the China virus because I don't have a fever, but I am feeling a little bit under the weather. So I just want to take some precautions. I want to find one more small trade worth $1,000. And I think I found one for this week. I think I found one for us even over the next few days here, which I'm kind of excited about. There's a few companies that reported earnings that could be very interesting. So it's July 1st, 2020. I don't need that one. That's not the slide I was looking for. Here it is. The open house, August 21st and 22nd. That should be a Friday and Saturday. You can email your RSVP to coaching@wrbooker.com. The nearest airport is the Houston Bush Intercontinental at IAH. That's 20 minutes away from the office. It's super close. The next closest airport is Houston Hobby, where Southwest flies. Houston Hobby is more downtown. It's probably 40 or 50 minutes away. So if you're not, if you fly Southwest, you can still get here really easily. Just be aware that if you're traveling during rush hour traffic times, you're going to get delayed because you got to go straight through the city. But it's not a bad airport, actually. It's actually a pretty nice airport. So if you want to fly Houston Hobby, you can do that as well. It's just going to take you between an hour and 15 minutes to get to the hotel and the office. The ideal hotel for you is the Embassy Suites, the Woodlands at Hughes Landing. And I put a link here in the slides for you as well. Now you can get on Google Maps and you can see the surrounding hotels and you can decide if there's something else you want to stay at. But if you stay at the Embassy Suites, you will be across the street, literally from the office. Like you will walk down the sidewalk to the office. You can probably see the office from your hotel room. It makes it super convenient and the rooms are reasonably priced. It's pretty awesome. Makes me really happy that we can do this. It's July 1st, 2020. The Bounty spreadsheet is in full swing. Thank you for adding stuff to it. We have a couple of additions to it that I'm really excited about. The slides, once again, are at robbiebooker.com/slidesjuly. I would like to do an afternoon call today, and I did set reminders already. I would like to do an afternoon call at like 1:30 p.m. It's a little bit of a different time, but there we go. So we have the new link for the slides. You already know that. We can delete this. So I would like to do an afternoon call today. So I'll set that up. I'll send out some reminders. I'll put some reminders in my phone, and then we will let it rip. Okay, the Bounty spreadsheet. Hey, everybody. Let's kick it off with the one I think that I like the best, and that is PCTI. Earnings date was May 6th. They don't have any missed pivots, or they have missed pivots, but they don't have any, they have no profit circles, and there's no real divergence even. We'll look at the chart in a moment. But they had an earnings call that was super positive. Let me just, right here, read you from their earnings report, their earnings transcript. Generally, we're forecasting higher revenues and earnings for the quarter. That's exactly what we want. They have a strong financial position. They have access to capital. They've reduced expenses. I mean, and they're predicting higher revenues on antenna sales, whatever that means. So here's the 4-hour chart. It's in sort of an upward trend. It's got a monthly pivot above where we are right now at $7.56. And it's got another missed pivot a little bit higher. If we go to the daily, you can see here it dropped and now it's recovering. I like it. I like it a lot. It's kind of an interesting looking chart. It's not the same kind of chart we look at all the time, but the earnings are good. The only problem I can see with this is that there's no real volume on average, 195,000 shares. So I'll talk about it this morning. Then you can decide whether this is right for you. But I think I would like to call this a buy trade right off the bat. I think this is a really good possible buy trade. All right. The next one on the list is from Arnie, and it's Snap on the Bounty spreadsheet. Snap is bearish divergent. Snap has one bearish profit circle, but then, if you look back far enough, it has multiple bearish profit circles. It has earnings coming up here pretty soon in August, so just about a month away, and it's been a rocket ship. I think along with every other stock in the world, every single other, I don't know, all these, I just can't handle how high some of these things have gone. So I would put this squarely in the category of stocks that have traveled too far, too fast. But I haven't read the earnings transcript. So what I would like to do very quickly is at least just look at earnings transcripts for Snap. Tuesday, April 21st. Is that going to be correct? Yep. So let's just quickly, I didn't know Evan Spiegel was still running the company. That's pretty cool. I think he's the founder. Guidance, just above the guidance, accelerating growth of our community, increasingly competitive market for attention. Over the prior year, midpoint of our guidance. We do not intend to share financial guidance. We do want to provide a sense for where we are today and how we plan to invest. Estimate year-over-year revenue growth to be 15%. Estimated growth rate in the recent week is 11%. Less visibility. We're cautiously optimistic. We'll not be sharing revenue or guidance, so we can't trust that they're doing well. However, though, they basically repeat a bunch of times that their community is growing and that they're doing well. It's hard to argue with that, my friends. It's hard to argue with that. So I do believe Snap is overpriced. I think Snap is grossly overpriced. I think a company, once again, earnings per share are negative. They have no price to earnings ratio because they still don't make any money. But it is a very, very, very popular company. And it is possible that they will do fine. So for that reason, I'm not ready to short the company, although it's one of those companies that merits closer attention. Arnie, I wouldn't be opposed to an August or September put on Snap. It's just not exactly the one for me because in their earnings transcript, they do talk about the fact that the community is growing. And for me, that's a pretty big deal. And I want to be careful about shorting any companies that are saying that they're making money. So for those of you wondering about the MACD class, I did record it. Our company will send that out. I'll get a copy of that for you and send that out as well. Here's CAAS, China Automotive Systems. Earnings just came out June 22nd. Guess what I have? I have their earnings call. So we remain profitable as we improved our revenue mix, increased our quality of products, reduced expenses, gross margin increased in the first quarter, strong balance sheet. We remain financially sound. All of our production centers resume full capacity. We expect progress over 2020. The central government has initiated tax cuts. We expect progress over the year 2020. Thank all our employees, review the financial results, general administration expenses, interest expense, income expense, balance sheet items, outlook. The outbreak is not controlled, then it'll slow everything down. Production centers. We are seeing evidence that economic conditions are slowly improving, though we believe it's still a challenging economic environment and the outlook remains clouded, but we expect progress. So the closest thing they've said is they expect progress over the course of 2020. Not exactly giantly positive and not enough of what I want to see. I desperately wanted this to be a good one, but it's not enough positive stuff out of the transcript. So for that reason, I have to let it go. We'll take a quick look at a couple of stocks that we have in our portfolio. Pinduoduo looking sort of nicely bearish today. Thank you, Pinduoduo, for coming back off those ridiculous highs and dropping back lower. It actually gapped lower on the open today, which it does not usually do. This is good. This is good. I like this. I'm going to go ahead and give my vote of approval for that. Zoom, the world's worst company. Just kidding. The world's worst company. Let's get rid of this fib structure. It's messing everything up. Printing a bearish profit circle right now, gapped lower on the open. Do I love it? I do. I do love that. It makes me very happy that that's the case. Now remember, Pinduoduo needs to fall a lot and pretty fast. I need Pinduoduo to drop because I have a July 17th put, which makes me sad. And I don't know why I put an alert on 84 on Pinduoduo, but that's nice. Nice job, Pinduoduo. Thanks for doing the things that you're supposed to do. I need this to drop, and then I can reevaluate things. But this needs to go, much lower. I need to get myself out of that July put. I think I probably bought it because there was more volume in that. We're already down to 83. The lowest we've been in the last couple of weeks is 80. I think that over the course of this week, with a gap opening lower, with this whole bearish divergence situation, with everything that we're looking at here, I definitely think that we could get down to 77, 78. And what I really need to do is find a way to get a little bit more, get some puts in there. So Zoom is looking bearish today. Doesn't surprise me. Zoom is not a good company, and Zoom needs to fall. So we're going to watch that out of the corner of our eyes. I still have a VIX call, gapped open lower, but it's recovering nicely. I think I still own some RDUS. Do I? I do have an RDUS $12.50 call. It's down $10. I own one contract. I bought it for, pennies on the dollar. I think that's a nice one. LXRX and Reed, keeping those. And Facebook. So Facebook up a bit today, but is it really doing well? No, it is not. So I actually do have, as we talked about yesterday, I own the $225 put that expires in August. I'll just write it on the screen here. So the 225 strike, 21st of August expiration. So I own that one. And we'll see where this goes from here, right? I like everything that Zoom is doing right now. Zoom, you just keep doing what you're doing. You just keep chugging along, my friend. You just do your thing. And Zoom, we need you to be down at, 180 by tomorrow. Probably not going to happen, but that's good. All right, back to the future here. MMLP. I saw this pop up on Twitter from a bunch of people today. We've traded this before. We traded Martin Midstream Partners before. We actually read their earnings transcript before. They surprised to the upside, and their earnings transcripts were pretty good. And they have fallen, and they're down in the $1.38 area. So I thought, why not pull this up again? Martin Midstream earnings, all transcript. Let's just pull this back up and just see this again. We're due for another earnings call coming up here in July, right? Yeah, July 21st. We missed guidance. Fewer daily truckloads. We missed guidance. We reduced our guidance in butane logistics business, but we believe working inventory, working capital will be significantly less. Surfer misguidance, guidance missed. Due to economic shutdown, we believe reduced third-party refinery utilization will continue to negatively impact us in our butane prilled sulfur. We thought it appropriate with our guidance revision, to disclose a range of adjusted EBITDA, as it's difficult to predict. Annualized basis, so blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't look let's see. They withdrew our guidance, lack of visibility to provide less detailed guidance. Fundamental of the driver of the course is utilization. So look that we operate primarily in the blah-ba-da-ba-ba-doo trucking business. Okay, so it's not positive. It's not good. I was hoping it would be. It's not. It's not good. They don't look good at all. Boom, you're gone. So they're gone. MSM, I thought it was positive. It's not. All right, this was interesting to me because MSC Industrial Direct Co., their earnings come out very soon, 7th of July. Their last earnings were 7th of April. So if we look them up, we'll go MSC Industrial Direct, MSC Industrial Direct earnings transcript. So I'll just take a look here and see if we can get the word guidance anywhere. Better than the guidance midpoint guidance range, midpoint. Unprecedented uncertainty, withdraw guidance, need for transparency. So until we get through this, we'll be providing monthly updates on average daily sales developments. Nice. Okay, that's good. Future results, guidance of health officials. All right, so MSM News. Okay, we'll go to Yahoo Finance, MSM, and we'll go to News. See if they produced any regularly quarter dividend. That's good. Industrial Productions. Is it a great value stock? I don't know. Seems undervalued to me. Did they press releases? Quarterly dividend. Let's read about that. All right. So that's all they did was announce it. We could go to investor relations maybe. About Us, Investor Relations, news releases, declared a quarterly dividend, fiscal net sales, second quarter results, SEC filings, okay, insider transactions, all sales. It's fine. I wouldn't blame them. Okay, we can't find enough information. Okay, we don't have enough information. It is up though. They must have been producing some pretty great interim numbers, but we couldn't get enough information from their revenue, from their earnings transcript. I'm going to keep this one on here because I think there's the potential that it does well. Next on the list is Thor. It's an RV company. Just look at the craziness here. What a great recovery here. They announced earnings in early June, and there is no transcript of the call. There's no transcript of the call. It's just the slide presentation, and the slide presentation doesn't give us really anything. So outlook improves for the company's fiscal fourth quarter, first improved on a weekly basis. So they did say that their outlook is improving. So I looked at the slide deck, it was really positive. And then I looked at this and it was really positive. Thor is a really interesting company. They've said now that they're doing well and they expect to even do better. And so, gosh, it's $108 stock, but Thor Industries, the RV company, it's a buy. It's a buy trade. It's definitely a buy trade. I thought that was pretty interesting. I wouldn't have imagined that, but their earnings presentation was strong. And then their press release said our outlook remains really positive and we're beating our numbers. I just love it. I love it when an RV company does well. I don't know how affordable this company is to actually trade. I mean, that's a problem, but still love it nonetheless. Okay, a couple of companies for you to look at would be Wooba. That's pretty funny. Fastenal, FNF. See if you can see anything there. And then we're going to look at core infrastructure. But take a look at Wooba, Fast, FNF. I want to look at Wooba right now just because I think it's hilarious. 58.com Incorporated. Earnings per share, $8. What in the world? And then we'll go to 58.com earnings transcript. Okay. Oh, I got to do some free trial garbage thing. Okay, here we go. High end of our guidance. Changed our guidance. Significantly impacted, limited visibility, remains highly uncertain. We anticipate total revenues will be between blah, blah, blah. This represents year-over-year decrease. Bummer. Year-over-year decrease. So they also had an earnings call June 25th. Let's try that again. What a bummer. I can't find it at all. It's nowhere to be seen. All right. Well, at least we don't feel, alone. Let's see if there's any company news that we can refer to. 58.com to go private. Unaudited financial results. Total revenue, loss from operations, non-GAAP, online marketing, cost of revenues, gross margin, operating expenses, income or loss, non-GAAP, cash flow, financial measures, nothing else. They just reported lame. This company can suck it. Sorry, that was rude. Sorry. Forget these guys. That's it for me. I gave them a chance. Okay, so they're going to buy out. They're going to go private, so that's garbage. I was really excited because they just had earnings, and I was like, oh, we're going to learn anything really cool? No, we're not. No, we're not going to learn anything cool. Okay, so we looked at a bunch of, we saw a bunch of stuff there. It's a one on Zacks, MSM, free cash flow, positive earnings. Yeah, MSM is kind of interesting, isn't it? It is interesting. I'll give them that. Definitely interesting. Okay, so I sent out a link that might have been mistaken. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. Let me go to Rebrandly. Let me check that right now while we're all here together. If you're watching the recording, you can just fast forward. I'll pause it, actually. And we're recording again, and I'm going to share my screen again. Thank you. I really appreciate that help. Okay, let's just get rid of some of these things we don't need. All right. GoGo. GoGo looks super bullish to me on that RSI. The earnings transcript wasn't that great, but otherwise, I really thought it looked pretty good. GoGo was kind of interesting. Pinduoduo. Getting really close to rolling over here. Super close. It is rolling over. This would be on that MACD system I talked about yesterday. Pinduoduo would be a monster sell, just a big time sell. So would Zoom. Both of those would be pretty cool. Okay. Thank you for helping me with the links. I really appreciate that. Thank you, William. Let's take a look at FXI. Yeah, up this morning. Yeah, I'm not super bullish China. I gotta see that these virus numbers go down. That's what I gotta see before I could really get into any of the China stuff. Yeah, MSM looks really good. It does. It looks great, actually. Could be very interesting. Okay. What do I want to wrap it up here with? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everything you do. CORR looks pretty interesting. Imtiaz, it looks interesting. It looks like it's got lots of missed pivots above. I strongly encourage you to give that a closer look. Earnings doesn't mention guidance. Story continues. Outlook. Let's see here. Yeah, they didn't even. Wow, they had a very short conference call, didn't they? Let's see if there's any news about them that says about, you know, anything. Cutting their estimates. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really have any forward-looking statements. So it could be interesting, but we don't know enough about their future. So we don't know enough about how well they're actually going to do this year. So sorry about the link this morning, everybody. We got it covered. I got it corrected. I'll make sure that we don't make that mistake again. You're the best ever. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you later on this afternoon around 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Okay, bye for now.